Hello everyone and welcome back. Thank you so much for watching. So for today, let's talk about something that just came up in my boring word. So in my boring word, in a certain site, somebody sent me a message and I quote, "Hello Mary, you have low standards if you admire Trump. And he was born into the money and hardly expanded it as well. It's well known he's not a great businessman at all, and an even worse politician. Apart from that, it's nice to meet you." I got this message, and I actually have to read it like 5 or more times. Then I started thinking, wow, when did Trump or when did an American president became a standard? When did it set a standard? And are we talking about standard of morality, standard of social standing, standard of intellect, of personality, of choice? Or or maybe we are talking about general standard. So I would just like to say something about this. I admire Trump, but I don't idolize him. Here in my country, when I was a kid, uh, that was like decades ago when I was a kid. Our only source of international news or information is CNN. With the World Wide Web or the internet, we have so much sources of information now, and we are not just limited to the mainstream media. We have other sources of non-partisan news, non-partisan information, and thinking people who put out their thoughts online. So we are not just limited to CNN, to Washington Post, to the New York Times. There are other sources also, so that we are able to make a balance and we are able to think. And that is what I am trying to do. Okay? Then besides, Trump is a non-career politician. And he just speaks his mind, he's very blunt. And yeah, he's not always politically correct. But are we? Are we? And he's also very genuine in his words and actions. Never never cared much about what people have to say, which is for me very, very liberating. Because once you reach that point in your life that you just don't care about people, about what they're going to say, or about having to live the standards that people set for you or set for the society, wow, it's awesomely liberating because you are you live your life according to your own rules, of course. But yeah, of course there are basic rules that you have to adhere to, but then you don't have to stress yourself out having to live on people's standards. People are judgmental anyway, so why waste our time on living up to their expectations and be unhappy? Correct? Then, but yeah, well, he pays attention to what people say sometimes, and he tweets about them or he tweets back about them. Nobody stood up against the CCP or against China except Mr. Trump. And he's very vocal about it. He's very open about it. And I think this is one big thing that made me respect him more as a leader. Because somebody has to stand up against the powerful China. And there are reasons behind that. And I don't have to discuss all the list. This pandemic that we're having right now is one big reason why the world has to stand up against the CCP or against China. Then, if I have a low standard for being pro-Trump, then for the love of the word, please tell me that those hundreds of thousands of people who rally and who campaigns for Trump, those thousands and hundreds of Americans, do they also have low standard? Do they? And these rallies when people are get interviewed, they know they know what they are saying and they know what they are standing up for. They are standing up for a leader who is also standing up for them. And it's very obvious that these people are also paying attention to what is happening and they are not just glued to their TV screens reading or listening to same mainstream media who are just saying the same thing. So these people are well informed about the realities of what is happening. Obamacare. Well, having a health insurance is of great help. But for me, lowering the prices of medicine is far more beneficial in the long run. And it benefits everybody. Those people that doesn't have insurance will also benefit. And those that has would also benefit. Because in fairness, the pharmaceuticals or the production of medicine is a multi-billion dollar business. And it is one of the business that needs thorough checking. And that is what Mr. Trump is getting into. He wanted to make sure that the cost of medicine will be lowered. Trump is not a white supremacist and he doesn't favor abortion, and that is very clear in most of his speeches, live speeches that wasn't cut out or that wasn't taken away from context. Concerning the wall and about illegal immigrants. Well, America is a melting pot of people from different races, origins, culture, and countries. And their history is very much colorful, marred by endless war and all. But that is how they became a great nation, where people wanted to go for the American dream. The wall is a protection for people on both sides of the fence. America is a land of opportunities, endless opportunities, yes. And I think it is open for everybody. And Mr. Trump is just trying to tell the world that if you want the American dream, then you have to follow the rules. Simple as that. Follow the rules. So, I guess I am done defending my idea about Trump. And, well, it's up to you to judge if I do have a low standard. I think it is very important that to tell you that the message I got didn't came from an American. It came from a person from another great nation. And well, let's just keep it a secret, okay? Anyway, have a great day.